Hello, I hope you guys have had a wonderful holiday season. Um, I'm here to show you guys everything that has been added to my collection because I have recently got a whole bunch of stuff added to my collection. So we will start with, I have to say this is my favorite of the collection that I recently have got. This is the 12-inch, an entire foot Starlord, the battle effect Starlord. Um, you can see that his body articulates like quite a bit, so you can like spin him around and stuff. Other than that, he doesn't have like too much articulation. His just in his hands, you can put him up and down, but other than that, he doesn't articulate too much. Um, but he does come with like a crap load of accessories. He comes with his two blasters here. I put them in his hand. His cassette tape. And you can see. And then you just place it there, and it kind of goes nowhere. And then, of course, his headphones too that you can put on. Um, excuse me, I got a bit of a cold. Not only does he talk,
Oh, come on.
he also, if you press the button twice, music plays. And then if you press it 3 times, you get battle effects. You have to actually press it like 3 times and then hold it down for a duration of time. But yeah, I usually don't open any of my things, as you guys know, but I just thought he was so cool that I had to get him out of the box and set him up. He's just awesome. I totally freaked out over that one. Um, then I will do this over here. A Darth Vader thermos. Because my other thermos broke, so I decided to get another one. This one's only a 12 ounce though. My other one was 28 ounces, but it is still awesome, very durable, and that I love it. I actually have something in it right now. And then we will do next. This is the Black Lantern Hot Girl. Not many people are familiar with the Black Lantern. It is pretty much like an undead zombie version of a character. It usually or that does happen. The character has to die first for the ring to actually find them, and then the ring resurrects them into like this evil zombie-looking creatures, and yeah, then they turn like completely evil. You can see one of my favorite features about her is her wings are like skeleton wings. Also, her wings do when you get it in the package, you have to put them in because they're detachable. Many people I heard have had problems with her wings. They say that they're really easy to fall out. But I guess I just like put them in but really correctly because I did take quite a while in carefully placing her wings in to make sure they were very stable and that they were gonna just stay in there. And then the problem I really had was getting her sword in her hand correctly. As you can see, she is not holding the hilt. She is actually holding the blade because her hand is just too small for the hilt to fit in there at all. And I did not want to break the hand or anything, so I just put it in there as best as I could. And another cool thing, it also comes with the stand that has the Black Lantern logo on it. She does have her ring here. You can see the little Black Lantern ring. Now my other one I got, for some reason, does not have the ring on whatsoever, and that really doesn't make too much sense, because like with lantern rings, 9 times out of 10, there's only a few cases where you don't have the ring on, like a green lantern, I do not believe has to have the ring on 24/7, but some of them, like the red lanterns and the black lanterns, have to have their rings on, I believe, 24/7. Speaking of my other Blackest Night character, here she is. I hate that glare. But we'll work with it as best we can. Okay, here we go. That's not, you can kind of see her a little bit better. She comes with not only herself, but with Scar. And this is Tara. Some of you may know her from the old Teen Titans. I don't believe she has made an appearance so far in the Titans Go, which I don't watch at all. That cartoon is a little bit too corny for me. And I like the older, a little bit more serious cartoons, like the original Teen Titans. Now, I know a lot about her character, but I really don't know too much about Scar. Like, I've heard of him, but that's what I mainly got it for, is for the Tara. And I believe they both come with a stand, too. You can see in the back there. The only thing she does not come with, like I said before, is for some reason she does not have her ring. This here isn't, like, really too much part of the my collection, but I believe you guys will want to see it anyways. It is Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 1 CD. Dang, this cough. And then here, I've got the 1960s Batman TV show Robin. Tidy whities and all in his glory. Yeah, I am a fan of the original Robin, which is Dick Grayson, and unfortunately Dick Grayson was known for being the one that wore the man panties, as I call it. So yeah, that's why most of my Robin stuff is the old school Robin, is because the old school Robin was Dick Grayson. And then from there was Jason Todd, who took his spot over, and after Jason Todd died, Tim Drake took over, and then Tim did what Dick Grayson did, and made his own persona, Red Robin, and then Damian took over and was the fourth Robin. No, that's for the males. Then there was also the female one, Stephanie. I believe she came after Tim did, somewhere in there between Tim. Yeah, I want to say around the time in the Tim time frame. And yeah, so there's been 5 Robins. And over here we've got the Deathstroke. I'll put it over here, kind of like this. There we go. Aha! Now I found a way against the glare. But yeah, you can see that this is one of his new 52 costumes, because he's already changed. I think he's at least had 3 different costumes from what I have seen, and this was one of the first costumes that he had within the new 52, but now, more currently, he now has a completely different costume than this one. But you can see this comes with his sword, one of his guns, and then his daggers, and you can also see, like, over here, there's places to put his stuff in, and I think there's also another thing on his back where you can put his sword in. I really love this one. Like, this was one of my favorites, and it comes with a lot of accessories. The detail is pretty awesome on it. I totally love it. And it is my first Deathstroke related item within my collection, which has been long overdue since he is one of my favorites. It goes Deadshot, Deathstroke, and Scarecrow. Those are my top 3 favorites. Which I only have one item in my Scarecrow collection, and that is my art print. So I have to actually get an actual action figure Scarecrow. Then I believe I already showed Groot. Have so much stuff. Then here's Beulah. She is from the Guardians of the Galaxy. She is the chick that tries to kill Gamora's sister. Two of my favorites out of the entire movie, besides Starlord, of course. Starlord is about my most favorite, but that everybody then like Groot and Rocket and Gamora's their favorite, but no. Nebula and Yondu. Those were my two top the favorite besides the Starlord. So yeah, then I'm like the oddball out. Of course, I like the bad guys. But there she is. You can see she has her little knife thingies and her little robotic head thing, and she is number 76 out of the collection. Now, in case I didn't show, I forgot if I showed Groot or not. This is Groot. It is a dancing Groot. Okay, yeah, now I know I didn't show him. Because well, I may have. But here's on, he not only dances to this song, but after you let him run through that complete song, and then you play another song, that you don't even have to put him like right next to a speaker. If you put him like about the couple inches, but that you can probably even go about 4. You can go between like 4 or 5 inches, maybe even 6. You can get away with 6 inches away from a speaker, and start playing a song like off your computer or another place. He will actually start dancing to that song too, because what this works with is it has a sensory to vibrations within a song, and mine I got like pretty lucky with, because people say that their sensory to their Groot doesn't work well, and you have to have the music loud, but mine's really sensitive, like, and even if I like start talking, well, when he's on and I let him run through that cycle, he will start dancing, because the vibration in my voice or anybody's voice, and it starts dancing, which is like really weird. So mine's like hypersensitive. And then we got Darth Maul here. This is a 9-inch plushie, and he talks.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
His lightsaber is a little wobbly, but that's to be expected since it's like cloth. So it's like a bendable thing. A bendable material.
Yes, my master.
And that is all he says. He is actually one of my favorite characters, but of course I like the characters that like really don't last long. The first movie that Darth Maul was in was also the same movie that he got killed in too. Almost the same thing happened to another one of my favorite characters. He lasted to the 2nd season of the TV show, Khal Drogo from Game of Thrones. He went pretty quickly, 2 seasons, and he was dead. The only one of my favorite characters that actually made it like all the way into the end was Bellatrix Lestrange from the Harry Potter series. So gotta give her kudos for making it so far. Then here is Rocket Raccoon Bank. I thought it was pretty cute. It's actually a little, I thought it would be a little more bigger, but it still was a very good deal. I paid $10 for it, and it came like in perfect condition, perfect paint job. the thing on the button, you know, nothing was broke or scratched or yeah. So that was definitely a really good $10 buy, and a very good product, very good quality. Um, then over here we got the Son of Batman, Nightwing. And this is a pretty good Nightwing. You can see he looks almost exactly, I'm trying to, like, I hate that glare. But you can see he looks almost exactly, and he even comes with the sticks. He looks almost exactly like than his actual animated self. Like it is almost spot on. And that was also one of my favorite animated of the Batman franchise. I really liked that movie. Oh, and then I also want to show you guys, you can also get Deathstroke, Robin, Batman, and then of course Nightwing from then that is the series, the entire series of this. Over here, we got Batman. What is this called? I always want to call it the Mad Hatter Batman, but there's an okay Rabbit Hole Batman. That's what they officially. That's the correct term, even though I call it the Mad Hatter Batman. Um, but yeah, you can see he has like a rabbit face, and he looks in his suit's all beat up and everything, and he got a little clock over here. And yeah, it's actually this is the Arkham City. It's based on a mission in Arkham City. Mad Hatter, well, which is a super villain based on Mad Hatter. He gets the Batman to take this serum, and it makes Batman tweak out, and Batman thinks he's like this crazy, insane, like rabbit looking, and he has like the rabbit, the glowing yellow eyes and the big rabbit ears, and for his cowl and stuff, and yeah, and he looks all messed up and like he's on drugs, because technically he was drugged. um. Now I'm not quite sure if I showed these, but I'll show these real quick. This is not licensed. They're not licensed ones. They are string dolls. A couple years ago they were really really big. I'm not sure how big they are now, but like they were so big to the point that where some places carried machines that had the string dolls in them, and they were like $1. You put $1 in there, and you got the string dolls out of them. This one was the Robin one. And yes, they are made out of completely string. Someone handcrafted this and just sat there and yeah. But there's the Robin one. Oh, and he's coming unraveled. I'm gonna have to fix that. But that's to be expected when stuff is like handcrafted, and especially like, because I know how hard this stuff is, because like I try to do crafts, and sometimes I cosplay too, which means I make like my own props and stuff, so I know exactly how hard it is to make things. Like it's hard. I could not even imagine just sitting here with a string like probably for hours, and it would probably take me hours to make one of these. Um, I don't know why they have her with like this reddish pink skin tone where everybody else has like a normal white and the peach skin tone. So I guess this is Red She-Hulk Wonder Woman, I suppose. And it looks like she has something. No, it's a piece of the glue. They hot glued the pants on. Um, but yeah, that is Wonder Woman, Red She-Hulk Wonder Woman. Um, and then right over here, we got the Green Lantern. I think he looks the most badass out of all of them. He even has like an angled stance, like, where everybody else is just kind of like. And then, of course, we have got Aquaman. And I believe that is everything. I may have showed one or two things twice. But I had so much of it that was hard to keep up, like what I already showed and what I didn't. I'm my collection is then coming along like really quick and really fast. I'm like to the point now where like every piece I get, I have to like improvise or make room or rearrange stuff because like my collection is just like growing like so big. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I will be back probably Monday. I'm hoping Monday because that is when the arcade block is supposed to be in. Probably no this later than Tuesday. That would be the latest that the arcade block comes in. Either that or I'm gonna be pissed because they're supposed to send it out like the since when you first get the subscription, like they do get sent out on the 25th, but if you're like a reoccurring customer, they usually send it out a few days earlier, so they probably sent it out like on the 23rd, and so yeah, it's supposed to be processed, and on the 24th, the post office is well, were open, at least here in Michigan, they were, but yeah, the post office was supposed to be open, so yeah, that it's supposed to be here by Monday, no later than Tuesday. So that is when I'll be back.